everybody, welcome to another week of Pilates plus physio. You need your mat, you need your yoga brick, you need your bit of elastic TheraBand. Today we are going to do lots and lots and lots of stretching. So if you're feeling stiff, a bit achy, we're going to stretch everything out. So start off, feet just pointing towards the front, knees just relaxed, lengthen through the hips a bit, open out the shoulders, gently tuck in the chin. Think of that balloon coming from the back of your head, taking you all the way up towards the ceiling. Little fingers on the side seam of your trousers, thumbs pointing up. So just as you breathe in, float the arms all the way up and out. Sore shoulders, you don't have to go all the way up. And as you breathe out, all the way down. Think of really lengthening through your fingertips. So you're drawing a great big arc right up towards the ceiling. And then coming right the way down. Even weight through your feet, and again breathe in, arms going right up, and breathe out, arms coming right the way down. Lovely. Chin down to your chest, draw the tummy in, roll down as if you were going to touch your toes. Let the knees just bend slightly, right down. Dangle there if you're happy, if your back's not so happy. Come straight back up. Tummy in. Unfurl all the way back up. Maybe link your fingers together. Press your hands right up towards the ceiling. Bring the arms down. Chin down to your chest. Roll right the way down again. Head dangling. Draw in the tummy. Unfurl back up. Interlink your fingers. Press your hands right up towards the ceiling. And again. Arms coming down, let the arms dangle, chin down to your chest. Roll right down. Draw the tummy in. Unfurl all the way back up. Good, good. Take your legs about as wide apart as your mat is wide. Pop your hands sort of probably on your hips. Imagine there's a nice flat pool in front of you, knees very slightly bent, and you're just going to tip forward from the hips. So your back is straight, leaning forward as if you're looking at that reflection of yourself down in the water, and then come back up again. And again, chin staying tucked in, bend the hips, knees going soft, look down into the water there. Back straight, nice and long through the back of the neck. Just holding there a moment and come back up. Okay, maybe clasp your hands behind your back. Think about which thumb is on top and go again. This time lifting your arms out behind you. Look forward, hold there and back up. One more, switch the hands over, get the other thumb on top. Feels a bit weird. Tip forward, bend the hips, back staying straight, neck nice and long, right the way forward. Lift the arms at the back, hold it there, and come back up. Good, good. Bring the legs back in. Put your hands together. Press out through the elbows, so pressing your palms together. Watch the shoulders don't shrug up to your ears as you do that. So really press into your hands, press your feet down into the ground. Take your hands down towards the floor and up towards the ceiling. Keep that pressure on, so gentle press, fingers down towards the floor and up towards the ceiling. And again, down towards the floor, up towards the roof. Let the hands drop, feet a little way apart, squat right the way down if you can, so right down, heels off the floor. Imagine you're a little seed. You're going to push your fingers up towards the ceiling, stay on your tiptoes if you can, reach right up. Good, all the way down. So staying on the toes, come right down, right down, right down, right down. Fingertips to the ground if you can. Press into your feet, grow right up, reach up towards the roof. Hold it there. One more, right the way down. Sore knees, don't go down too far, just go as far as you're happy, right to the floor if you can. Press into your feet, stay on the toes, all the way up. That's good, pop the heels down, clasp your fingers together, hands over to your right. Nice stretch down that left side, keep your bottom underneath you. Back to the top, hands to the left, stretching down that right side. And come back up. Great, bring the arms down. If your balance isn't great, stand near something to put a finger on. If your balance is good, I'm just going to do front of the thigh stretch, so bend one leg up, grab a hold of your foot or your ankle or your trousers, take the knee back. So front of the thigh, front of the hip stretch. Feel that other foot on the floor. Pull your heel up towards your bottom. Lovely, let that go. Swap legs. So bend the leg up, grab a hold of it, heel to your bottom. Front of the thigh, front of the hip stretch. Take the knee back. Lovely. Okay, let that release. Come to the end of your mat. Roll down again, and you're coming down onto hands and knees. So, hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips, nice flat back. Press your hands into the floor. A little bit of a cat stretch, so tuck your bottom underneath, arch your back up to the roof. Drop your back down. Look forward. And again, think of your nose drawing a line down. You're arching your back up. Think of your lower back doing the movement. And you're dropping down. And again, you're arching up. Dropping down, back into the middle. Just gently taking your bottom from side to side. So hips going one way, hips going the other way. Getting a little bit of sort of sideways bending. That's great. Okay, and then maybe turn your fingers so they're pointing towards your knees. It's quite a stretch through the wrists. If they won't go that far, just have the fingers pointing outwards. So you're going out with the fingers on both sides and then all the way into your knees if they'll go. A little bit of a stretch there. If it's burny, pins and needles in your hands, then just come off that stretch. Lovely. Hands back to the front. Knees as wide apart as your yoga mat, big toes together. Hands a little bit further out in front. Bottom right back to your heels. Stretch the fingers right out. Just let your head drop down towards the mat. You can let your elbows go to the floor if they will. Breathe into the back of the ribs there. And then come back up onto hands and knees. So hands under the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tuck your toes underneath, draw in the tummy, send your bottom right up towards the ceiling. So like a yoga down dog, let the head dangle. Alternate heel lowering. If you've got sciatic pain, just go easy with it because it's quite a nerve stretch as well. Just really drop one heel, drop the other heel. Alternate legs. Keep that feeling of pressing the floor away from you. anchor your left heel down, take your right leg up. Hold it there. And then bring that right leg down. Let your heel drop. Take the left leg up. Pop that down, come back onto hands and knees. Maybe just bottom straight back to your heels a moment. Give the wrists a bit of a rest. You can wriggle them around a little bit if they're getting a bit tired. Taking that weight through your hands and arms. Quite good, keeps the bones nice and strong. Back onto hands and knees. Just take one knee off and just take your knee in little circles, just going around one way. Imagine you've got your favourite drink sitting on your bottom. You're going to keep that balancing on your bottom. Take the knee the other way. And pop that down. Swap legs. Just little knee circles. Just kind of loosening off right in that hip joint. And then going the other way. That's all good. Come down so that you're lying on your tummy. Hands together underneath your forehead. Tuck the toes right underneath. So relax the shoulders, sink down into the mat. Press the back of your knees up towards the ceiling. Hold there and release. So you're really getting the knees as straight as they can go. Toes tucked under if you can. So you're getting the big toe bending upwards, bending back, which it needs to do for normal walking. Hold it there and release. And again. Press the knees back, toes tucked underneath. And release. And again, pressing the knees back, toes tucked under. And release. Lovely. Let the feet go down flat. Come back onto hands and knees. Knees under the hips, hands under your shoulders. We're going to do threading the needle. So, back of one hand on the mat, slide it underneath the other arm. Your ear goes down towards the floor. This time you can rest your head on the mat if you get there. Think of someone really pulling your fingers right through. It's a big stretch at the back of the shoulder there on that side. Bottom sticking up towards the ceiling. Draw that arm back in, swap hands. So back of one hand on the floor, slide it through, the other elbow's got to bend. Right down, you can rest your head on the floor this time. Keep stretching through the fingertips. And come back. First arm again, right through, ear to the ground. Breathe into the back of the ribs there. And back. And one more. Right through. Ear to the floor. And back. And come down onto your tummy again. Hands sort of just a little bit wider apart than your shoulders. Legs apart a little bit. Press into your hands. Come up like into a little extension. Yoga Cobra type. And back down again. And again, pressing into your hands. Peel your chest away from the mat. Up and hold. And down. And one more, press into your hands, come up and down, onto hands and knees. Knees nice and wide again, big toes together, bottom all the way back. Reach your fingers as far forward as you can, and then shuffle your fingers to the right side of the mat. So left hand on top of the right. Breathe into the left shoulder. And then shuffle your fingers back across. Right hand on top of the left. Breathe into the right side of your ribs. And come back and curl back up. Turn back onto your back. Knees bent, feet flat, feet close into your bottom. Press your feet into the floor. We'll just do a couple of spine curls. Curl your bottom up. Breath at the top. Roll back down. So think about keeping the back of the thighs relaxed. And again, press into your feet. Peel up away from the floor. Those who want to, you could then take both arms back over the top of your head. Leave the arms there. Roll your bottom back down. Pull the arms back over. So, bottom coming up first. Right up, straight line, knees, hips, ribs. Take the arms back. Leave your arms there. Roll down, one bone at a time. When you're all the way down, big long sweep with the arms. And again, press into your feet. Peel your back up away from the floor. Both arms over the top. Leave your arms there. Roll back down. Great. Pull the arms back down. Grab your band a minute. We'll just do a normal hamstring stretch. So band underneath one leg. Slide the other one down flat. Keep the elbows in if you can, nice and wide across your collarbones. Push right out through your heels, so get the knee straight. If your knee won't go straight, bring the whole leg down a little bit. Still got that little bit of a normal hollow through your lower back. Other leg right down flat. And you could maybe turn that leg out a little. So point your big toes if it's your left foot at 11 o'clock. And then turn in a little, point your big toes at 1 o'clock, if it's your left foot. Back into the middle. Breath in as you exhale. See if you can just ease into that stretch a bit further. Good, good. Swap legs. So band underneath the other foot, slide the leg you've just stretched down flat. Press out through your heel, knees straight. Turn the toes out. Turn the toes in. Back into the middle. Nice breath in as you exhale. See if you can ease into that stretch a little bit further. Lovely. Okay, let that release. Both knees bent, ankle of one leg onto the knee of the other one. Either just press that knee out away from you or hold behind the thigh of the foot that's on the floor. Pull that towards you. If you can't quite reach behind your thigh, you could get your band or your belt, double it over, hang on to the thigh with that. And remember, if you just slightly move the leg that you're holding one way or the other, you can often then really get that stretch deep in your buttock of the other leg. And let that release. Swap legs. Ankle onto your knee. Either just press that knee away from you, back of the hip stretch, or hold behind the thigh of the foot that's on the floor, pull in towards you. Remember again, just moving the thigh very slightly one way or the other, so you can just target that stretch a little more. Lovely. Let that release. Knees together, arms out to the sides. Just take your knees right over to the left maybe. Keep the back of that right shoulder on the floor. Nice twisting stretch. Think about being nice and open across the front of the chest. You're really stretching those front of the chest muscles as well. Scoop in the tummy, knees back up into the center. Drop the knees to the other side. Keep that opposite shoulder stuck on the floor. You can turn your head the other way to where the knees have gone. And breathe.